Hello everybody, my name is Petr Koutný and today I have for you another exciting chess game, maybe the game of the year 2024. Let's follow game between Abdusattorov Nodirbek playing with white pieces and Parham Sodlo playing with black pieces, and exactly here white is going to sacrifice his queen. Black is going to take the queen after knight c6 and knight e6, and for the queen, white has a strong pass pawn and good control over the light squares. If he managed to bring his knight to d5, black's position becomes really difficult. And that's exactly the reason why I believe that this game is going to be interesting for you and you are going to enjoy this game and this video. So let's start since beginning till end and let's enjoy another chess beauty. This game is a beautiful game between two players from the new chess generation who are seeking victory at any cost. And you will see that I'm not wrong if I'm going to tell you that this game is exciting and looks like nearly amazing. So for one more time and for the last time, Abdusattorov is playing with white pieces and Parham with black, and white played move h3, and this is one of the options with the best reputation against the Nodirbek, and black has to decide if playing e6 or e5, and Parham played immediately e5, so knight b3, and white is playing immediately queen f3. This is an up-to-date line of the Nodirbek, where white's plan is to go for long castle and to play g4 and just to be more aggressive. Okay, knight d7, g4, h6 and long castle as I told you. Now rook c8 and black played knight f8. This moves looks like a really hard move to play, but looks like this is not a human move. This looks like engine moves. Knight f8 is a good move, and of course white has to weigh how to improve his position, and he played bishop d3. Okay, now rook e1 and he came to b1. It's very difficult move because, you know, I believe that knight e7 and now to go to b1, it's even stronger. And white has to decide if he is going to exchange his strong knight for an important defender on e7 or no. Because right now after this move, black decided to keep his bishop on the board for a while and played bishop g5. Black is fighting for control of the dark squares, and c4 and bishop f1. White's attack on the king side looks like stop forever, but never mind. White is trying to be more aggressive on queen side and is trying to still put black's position under pressure. You know, looks like both players still playing for advantage and no one is going for defend his position. That's amazing game of players of new generation. And what's happened? Knight h4 and bishop g5. Maybe a queen g3, it's still okay. And bishop g5 exchange and queen d3. After a few more moves, what is interesting here, white is back on d5. Maybe knight f5, it's even stronger. But okay, here because pawn on d6 is under fire immediately. In our game, white played knight d5, and yes, this knight is doing a good job on d5, but it's not attacking pawn on d6. And that's a slight difference between knight f5 and knight d5, but okay, happened. a5 and a4. It's interesting to play knight a1 just to improve the knight. For maybe c2 and e3 and maybe knight f5 again. But yes, it's a hard move to find and it's a hard move to play, and white played simple and solid move a4. Now rook e3 and g6. I think that black is playing nicely because his plan is to attack pawn on h3, maybe with a king g7 and rook h8 just to attack this pawn weakness, and black is doing well. I think that black is doing well, and black is attacking white's position, and it's not absolutely clear to me where is white's advantage, or how white is going to increase his advantage. Knight c3 happened, this knight is back again, and f3, and black came to h7. Maybe stronger is to go to g7, and I found these interesting lines. So let's follow these lines. Knight b5, exchange on c4, and knight d6. Now rook a4, knight a5, and that's the reason maybe why black played king h7 and not to g7. For example, exchange, take, and with very complicated endgame. And I'm absolutely sure that both players saw this variation, and for this reason black played to h7. Okay, why not? Knight d5 anyway, and a4. Bishop d5 happened, and now rook c8. Very good move, exchange on g5, and I think now black has to go to d7. With normal position. Yes, black played knight h7, and this looks like a wrong way. The knight on g5 attacks a white's pawn, but it should be used to block the c file. What is more important, c file or material? What's most important, open file or pawn on g5? And I believe that c file now is very important, and white played bishop a6, and now he won c file, and after knight g5 it's very strong to go rook c3. So in front it's good to have the rook, and behind the queen. But Abdusattorov played now firstly queen c6 and now rook c3. So he swapped the position of these two pieces, and I think that the queen in front is in danger. And you will see that I'm right. Knight e1, nice, knight f2, and rook h2. Knight f1 and knight c2, and finally we are nearly there. Knight b4, and we are in our first position where white has to sack the queen. What do you think about this position? White is going to sack a queen, and it's hard to see the full compensation. It's hard to see what's going on, and I'm happy to show you everything. So okay, queen c4 is a bad for white. You know, it's passive, and I think that here black is nearly winning. So only way how to stay in a game is to take on h2 and here. So for one more time, for the queen, white has a strong pass pawn, and yes, that's a proof that this pawn is strong. If white managed to bring the knight to d5, say here, black's position becomes very difficult. But you know, it's too many moves to go, and black has still some chances to play for victory or not bad position. And what's happened? So bishop c4, knight c7, okay, knight f1, white is jumping to d5, and queen e8, forcing the bishop to leave. It's a good post, and allowing black to advance with d5 or b5. So yes, this game is not lost, this game is not decided, this game is still exciting, and bishop d5 happened, b5, and knight e3. Now white's position becomes dangerous. I think that exchange on b5 leads to draw. Say knight b5, knight d4, and knight b5 should be a draw. Exciting position, you know, just imagine that both players are playing under time pressure, both players are attacking, defending, and this is exciting chess game. I hope that you're feeling the energy of this game, how it has to be difficult to play this game and this position. And what's happened? So knight e3 happened, exchange on a4, and now rook c2. this is a difficult time of the game. Maybe this rook on c2, it's not the strongest the piece on the board, and black played queen b8. I think that queen h8 is better, and white has to go to a2, and now queen b8. It's very difficult to say that this option will someone found it during the game, but it's the best way. Say bishop c4 and queen b6 and queen c6 and queen c7 with winning chances for black. Yes, of course, that's an engine variation. So let's come back and don't blame players after this move. Bishop c4 and a3. Okay, knight d5 and b3. Knight d4, c7, and now rook d2. That looks like the only square for the rook. Check on h1, nice and strong, and queen c1, a4. As usually, black is fighting for the victory every time when it's possible. If he wanted to draw, he could play now queen g1 and again queen c1. So black is playing for the victory. White is playing for the victory, and this pass pawn here is a danger. A really amazing position, and it's hard to handle all moves, all threats, and not to play a blunder. What do you think about this position? What do you think about this game? It's an exciting game, and up to me this game should be the game of the year 2024. Okay, what's happened? After a4, g5, another excellent move to create a counterplay, as the pawn supposed the knight on the f6, and I have no words to express my feeling for the high level of the play and fighting spirit of these two fighters. So both players are fighting. Knight f3 happened and rook f2, exchange on b3, check, knight d2. Now, of course, here is a checkmate threat, or here is a checkmate threat, of course. So exchange, and okay, what about this position? Knight and bishop against the queen. Who is playing for victory? Who is the winner and who is the loser? And I think that the best way to make a draw is to go to c1 here. Say check, and check, 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 take, and a queen e4 with a drawn endgame. It's a difficult endgame, but still it should be a draw. But I'm not going to blame anybody after this move, but it's a losing move. Check, and now queen a6, check on b4, and h7, c4, g7, bishop d7, and after a few more checks, white is winning. So we saw amazing game and amazing the last move. Of course, after this exchange, there is a check on f6, and white is winning because it's playing position with two extra minor pieces. Oh my god, that was amazing fighting game where both players played for victory and both players fighting very well. So I hope that you enjoyed this game, and I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if yes, just feel free and press like or press follow and made my day, and maybe write your feeling under this video. What do you think about this game? Up to me, it was a great game, amazing game, and maybe one of the best games of the year 2024. Enjoy chess, enjoy day, and see you next time. Thank you very much. See you soon. Take care. Bye bye.